Okay, we are live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to China's Red Line. We have a very interesting one for you today. We have some footage that was taken by some friends of mine outside China's embassy in London. Some very disturbing footage to look at. But first, we need to first get into why this happened, what on earth was going on at the time. So let me just load up my media and yeah, we'll jump straight into it. So let me just find it here. Just give me a second. Sorry, guys. All right. There it is. Okay, many of you would have already have seen this shocking video, not the one that happened outside China's embassy in London, but this video. And don't worry, I have actually censored it um, because it is disturbing, and also YouTube does not really appreciate this kind of video, even though it is reporting on the news and something that actually happened. YouTube would rather people censor things, so I guess I have to censor it. But first, let me just tell you guys what's going on here. So on the 2nd of July, so 4 days ago, there was a Tibetan activist, and please forgive me if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. His name is Lobger Rangzan, I believe. Maybe I've pronounced that wrong, but please correct me anyway if you know. So he died after setting himself on fire outside the United Nations headquarters in New York City, carrying the Tibetan flag. And yes, I had to censor it. I'm sorry, guys. We cannot show you. You can, if you want to go and see it, you can go and watch it. I mean, yeah. Sorry, guys. We're not going to show a guy setting himself on fire. I mean, you get the gist of that, right? So, outside the United Nations headquarters in New York City, he was carrying a Tibetan flag, and he live streamed this. Before he live streamed this, he actually made an appeal calling for Tibetan independence and unity before he actually self-immolated. This is a common thing amongst some Tibetan protesters. Tibetan people are very peaceful. They would not wish to harm others. So this is one of the ways that they are kind of forced to protest against the CCP. It's very sad that they feel like there is no other option but to do this. But yeah, this is one of their ways of protesting, unfortunately. And like I said, the Tibetans are a peaceful people. They do not wish to harm others, and thankfully nobody else was harmed when he did his protest. But yeah, very sad that he lost his life. People rushed to the scene, extinguished the fire, but it was too late, unfortunately. So yeah, and there's the article about it. You see police showed up. Yeah, the Tibetan flag is still there. Okay, so his actions came at a time when China has this new ethnic unity law, but I call it an ethnic cleansing law. It's not an ethnic unity law. This law is not meant to bring ethnicities together. It's been entered into force, and a lot of human rights groups, including myself, argue that this ethnic unity law, this ethnic cleansing law, will further assimilate Tibetans and other ethnic minorities into a single state defined national identity. It is highly disturbing. China's authorities, the CCP, obviously maintain that the law promotes national unity and that Tibet has been a long part of China. But this is absolute bollocks. It's absolute bullshit. Man. So this self-immolation is being used by a lot of Tibetans as an extreme form of political protest for many years, and I think over 150 reported cases has happened since 2009. So, just a quick history, I guess. I mean, we don't really need to know this because there is a lot of history about Tibet that's in the news. We all know about it. China invaded Tibet in 1950. They just moved in, swept through the country, took over. It's been an absolute shit show. And in 1959, there was an uprising, but that was completely crushed. And since then, Tibet has been a part of CCP occupied China. Obviously, the Tibetans oppose China's rule because of political, cultural, and religious concerns. One of the biggest issues is the preservation of the Tibetan identity. CCP policies promote Mandarin Chinese in education, so their language is being eradicated. They migrate into Tibetan areas and they try to emphasize a unified Chinese national identity, which has completely weakened the use of the Tibetan language and their culture. Religious freedom is obviously another major concern. Tibetan Buddhism is central to the Tibetans' identity, but monasteries, religious institutions, they operate under, well, if they even operate at all, they operate under strict state oversight by the CCP. Monks, nuns, and religious leaders face restrictions on their activities. The CCP argues these measures are necessary to maintain stability and prevent separatism. Yeah, okay, good one. So it's basically a cultural genocide. They're taking over, they're destroying the language, religion. But no, we need stability. We need to prevent separatism. Oh my God. They throw this word out all the time, separatism. Bugger off. So, yeah, highly disturbing stuff. Oop, let me just take it back for a second. Oh, yeah. Okay. So obviously Tibet is very similar to Xinjiang, right? The Uyghurs. There's surveillance, restrictions on freedom of expression, arbitrary detention, limits on peaceful protest in Tibetan regions, and obviously this is a cause for concerns. The CCP, as they usually do, reject all allegations, stating its policies have brought economic development, improved infrastructure, reduced poverty, and greater living standards to Tibet while protecting national unity. So these Chinese shills, they'll say that Tibet has had significant improvements in infrastructure, healthcare, education, poverty reduction, and overall living standards. The Chinese government presents these developments as evidence that its governance has benefited the region, but that is absolute bullshit. As we all know, economic development does not settle questions of political rights, cultural identity, or religious freedom. A government, of course, can improve living standards while still restricting a people's ability to preserve their culture or determine their own future. And this is what the CCP has done in Tibet. These same shills that argue for the CCP and their actions in Tibet will very quickly condemn British colonial rule in India or just British colonial rule in general. They'll quickly condemn that, but they would never condemn the actions of the CCP in Tibet. So, anyway, that brings me to the recent events that's happened outside London's Chinese embassy. So, there was a protest that happened several days ago now. outside the embassy because of this Tibetan Lobna Rangzan, the self-immolation guy that I showed you at the beginning of the stream. There was a massive protest happening outside. The Tibetans organized it. They got together. It was put together at the last minute. Obviously, you know, it was an unexpected protest. So the CCP were not prepared for it. Here is a flyer on the screen to show you the actual event. So now let's look at this footage that I was sent by one of my friends. I unfortunately was unable to attend. I only heard about it literally hours before it started and was unable to get to London at the time, unfortunately. But yeah, let's have a look at this footage because it is very, very disturbing. And you will see in a minute what I'm talking about. Let's play it.
Unexpected moment.
This bit is not disturbing. You know, the guy giving his speech. Let me turn the volume up as well.
As we gather here today, I want to start us off with the Tibetan national anthem.
It's a shame I couldn't go there because the footage is not very good. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit crazy. So these are some of my friends from Hong Kong who actually attended as well. Good for them, sticking by the Tibetans as well. They're in a similar situation. So just watch. They put some pictures of the guy who self-immolated. They've put pictures of him up on the door of the embassy. Hello. What's this?
Tibet! Shame on! Shame on! You fuck off! Shame on! Shame on! Tibet! Shame on! Shame on! You fuck off! Malapi!
Wow. Could you watch that again? Shocking, literally. Okay, so the CCP sent their thugs to the door holding taser guns and aiming them at the protester there, my friend.
Tibet! Shame on! Shame on! You fuck!
These thugs.
Shame on! Shame on! Tibet! Shame on! Shame on! You fuck off! Malapi!
Wow. Really, really disturbing stuff.
Yeah, I got it.
If they have it inside, they might be using it on somebody.
Shame on! Shame on! You fuck off! Shame on! Shame on! Tibet!
Like three of them.
Shame on! You fuck off!
Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, that is highly disturbing. highly disturbing. Let me just pause it on them with the tasers. Let's see. We need a good image to pause it on. There we go. Perfect. Oh my God. That is so messed up, right? So they were using tasers to deter protesters. Although there were no injuries, thank God, it's important to understand this, okay? And I think this is the important thing, okay? A lot of people have this misconception that an embassy is foreign soil, right? And the country that is on that embassy can do whatever they want on their embassy. That's not the case at all, okay? These people, although their embassy is the embassy of that country, it is not foreign soil. And UK law still applies on the embassy premises. Now, embassies are protected by diplomatic rules that generally prevent UK authorities from entering without permission. And diplomatic individuals with diplomatic immunity, they can get diplomatic immunity, obviously, right? And that immunity could affect whether they're prosecuted or not, but it does not make the possession or use of a taser lawful under UK law. Those are separate legal issues. So a taser under UK law are classified as prohibited firearms. They are not self-defense tools. That means that civilians and including private security guards cannot legally possess, carry, or use them. Only specially authorized and trained police officers, along with a very limited number of other authorized personnel, are permitted to carry tasers. Simply working as private security for an embassy, like this example, does not give them exemption. So security guards cannot carry them because private security guards in the UK, even those licensed by the Security Industry Authority, do not receive authority to possess prohibited firearms. An SIA license allows guards to perform regulated security activities. It does not exempt them from weapons laws. Their powers are essentially the same as those of any ordinary private citizen. So yeah, I mean, they can definitely like refuse entry into the embassy. They can definitely remove trespassers if they want to. They can even detain you under similar circumstances like a citizen's arrest. They can call the police, but they definitely cannot use prohibited weapons such as tasers simply because of their job, especially against protesters who are just putting a sign on a door. They couldn't even use a taser in a situation where a protester was smashing down the door, let alone a protester who's just putting a sign on the door. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. And I just wonder, are they going to get away with it? Well, I think they will, right? I mean, remember they got away with beating up that guy and dragging him into the Manchester consulate? They got away with that. There was no problems after that, right? I'm pretty sure they got away with it. All that'll happen is that these security guards or whatever, if they are in trouble, which they probably aren't even in trouble, but if they are, they'll probably just end up going back to China and they'll be hiring some new security guards, right? So yeah, really disturbing stuff there from China's embassy. And it's kind of making me think, do I even want to go and protest there anymore? And the answer to that is yes, I do. And, you know, if they tase me, well, then we'll be able to make it into something, right? So maybe, you know, maybe they will tase me. I don't know. But they shouldn't be carrying them in the first place. And that is the point that I really want to emphasize, is these are highly illegal in the UK. And this misconception that an embassy is a foreign soil, so that country can do whatever the fuck they want on that ground, is not true at all. It is not true. They do not have special privileges just because that is their embassy. UK law still applies there, and UK law says that these tasers are prohibited under the law against firearms. Okay? So, yeah, that is all I wanted to say about that part. But it is absolutely ridiculous. And we have video evidence of it as well. So yeah, again, yes, I remember outside the Los Angeles one, they used pepper spray against that protester, right? So they are getting even more brazen, even more than they already were. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on, because we have another shameful video of the security guards, or the whatever they call themselves. Do they call themselves diplomats? I don't know. Yeah. Ridiculous. All right, this one. So this is I don't know if this guy is one of the security guards, if he's definitely part of the embassy staff. And one of the protesters put the picture of the guy who died. What was his name? Sorry, I've got it written down. Lobger Rangsen. Somebody put a picture of him on this embassy staff member's car. Look at how disrespectful he is with this picture.
Take this one.
What the fuck?
What's
Somebody-
This is my vehicle.
Yes, but that's somebody
I
else.
called you a movie smart.
You just dropped it on the floor? Really?
Very disrespectful. Throws the picture of the guy who set fire to himself because he was protesting against the government that this chump works for, and he just throws it on the floor. Like, I mean, obviously he doesn't give a shit, right? But yeah, very disrespectful. Drives off. All around the world, mostly outside the United Nations building, because that's where it happened, Tibetans have gotten together in the masses and protested. This the night after.
Jadi power ransen logage tani kulu mesak tangsa saja tere
Late flowers.
kurang kapur tangudwa dari ta namalan jisu tani manam tan malam jauh tani kurang kecewa jimande wachu dengi
Hopefully his death wasn't in vain, although it is a massive tragedy. Hopefully he has at least raised more awareness of Tibet's cause against the Chinese Communist Party. It's a very sad thing what happened to him, but at least he has opened the eyes up. More people know about it now. And hopefully more people will protest against the CCP, so there will be no more need for what he did. It was a horrible sacrifice. And for me, I think unnecessary, really. But sometimes some people feel like there's no other option but to do that. Yeah, lots of people now coming together. More people will find out a bit about the CCP, you know. Always a good thing. At least something good has come out of this tragedy. Free Tibet, China out. I'll tell you what, you know, Krusty, right? He hardly ever screws with the Tibetans, and you know, like their numbers are huge, right? And the people that support Tibet, there's a lot more people that actually support Tibet than anybody else who's against the CCP. And that Krusty guy definitely does not fuck with the Tibetans. Good stuff.
Shame on Chinese government.
I hope they can keep it going.
Shame on Chinese leader. Shame on Chinese leader. Free Tibet, China out.
China out of Tibet now! China out of Tibet now! Tibet belongs to Tibetans!
Tibet belongs to Tibetans.
I really wish people wouldn't film in portrait mode, though. If you're going to make a video, please do it in landscape. You know, looks so much better when it's in landscape. Right. Anyway, guys, that is all I wanted to talk about. China has definitely gotten a lot more brazen over the couple of years, and it's almost like they're thinking that they can just get away with doing more because they just keep getting away with everything. They're having their mega embassy now in London, you know. Imagine what they're going to do when they have their mega embassy. Imagine. Just think about it. That place has these basement rooms that were redacted from the plans as like, and on the plan it says private use. What does that mean exactly? You know, how brazen are they going to get in the future? Is this just the tip of the iceberg? Using taser guns when they're illegal here in the UK? How did they even get them into the country? Well, we all know, right? But I mean, yeah, it's just shocking, shocking. And that was not a pun. There was no pun intended there. It's just ridiculous. What are they going to do next? Give them this mega embassy and they're just going to think that they are untouchable, right? It's disturbing. It really is disturbing. And with this ethnic unity law, it just makes it even worse. It's getting bad, guys. It is getting bad. I might have to run away to Taiwan again, you know? I might have to head back to Taiwan because things here in the UK, it's not looking too promising right now. Yeah, man, I should probably go back to Taiwan. It's safer there, right? Even with the threat, the looming threat of invasion from CCP, I feel much safer in Taiwan than I do in my own freaking country. That is ridiculous. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's topic. I'm just now going to go through the chat. We do this every week. Look at the chat. So we'll do it this week. Let me just turn this screen off. Get me onto big mode. Hey, here I am. All right. How does the picture look these days, guys, on the camera? You know, I'm recording this on my new camera. And yeah, I don't know. Does it look much better than what it used to? Think about it like couple of months ago. How did the image look compared to now? I'm not sure. I do feel like the image quality is far better on this camera, but I want to hear your opinion too. So yeah, let me know. Um, yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They know all about it because they've been having to put up with it for the last 80 years, right? They know all about it. They know the CCP very well. Yeah, and here in the UK, the CCP is just another one of those awful governments that we have to be aware of because there are so many, right? Russia, North Korea, to name a few. So yeah, the CCP is kind of, you know, not given the light is not shone on the CCP as much as it needs to be here in the UK, which is kind of what I'm trying to do. It's not really working though. I mean, kind of is, I guess. I don't know. I guess my Team Taiwan UK channel, mostly Taiwanese people watch it anyway. This channel is different. We at least have more of an international audience, although the audience is very small. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to at least shine a light on it. But yeah. Anyways. By the way, Team Taiwan UK almost, well, not almost, it's just today it hit 99,000 subscribers. I'm really, really excited about it. It's going to hopefully hit 100,000 at some point. I don't know when, but it's looking more and more promising. I'll tell you that. Wow. Yeah. Who knows, right? Who knows? It's just one or two more videos away from maybe being 100,000 subscribers, which is just for me, it's not the end, obviously, but it's just another milestone. It's another achievement, and I would like to get there. Considering I do see other channels with much more subscribers, I feel like I deserve 100,000 at least. I don't know, but yeah, it's almost there. Almost there. Come on. I'm pretty sure YouTube will find a way to stop it, though. We'll see. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Juhang Shao, for your donation. Appreciate it. Is that €2? Thank you. Really appreciate it. You never have to do that. You're already a channel member on my other channel, so you already give me money every month. So thank you so much for just that little extra bit that you gave me there. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Slava Ukraini! Indeed, my friend. I saw the post, should be 100K by end of week. Maybe not by the end of the week, but certainly, like I said, we're probably one or two good videos away from it. Just need a couple of decent videos. We'll see. I'm pretty confident it'll get there. Pretty confident. But yeah, mate, how's your channel going, by the way? I haven't been on there for a while, which probably means that you haven't uploaded in a while, right? But yeah, how is it going on your side of the YouTube thing? Um, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, Russia's fucked up big time, didn't they? Let's face it. You know, they screwed up big time. Even if they won the war, even if they win the war, they've still lost. They've still lost so much that they cannot recover from. Oh yeah, if I get it, I think it will go here or here somewhere. I've got a space for it right here. We can put it in front of these Sega Saturn and Mega CD games. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I deserve it, but I think my content's all right. It's worthy of people watching. Ah, it's definitely unique, right? I have my reasons, details to come. Oh, come on, just tell us now. I hate this suspense bullshit. It's all good, mate. You probably make a video about it, right? Definitely, definitely worthy of a video for that subject. I'm gonna try and make a video this week. I've already got one ready. Should release it tomorrow. Maybe I might like sit on it for a few more days because the Krusty video is doing quite well. Sometimes when the video is doing well and then you put out a new video, it kind of stops that other video's momentum. So I kind of want to maybe just leave the Krusty one for another couple of days, see how it does. I think it's had like 40,000 views so far, which is good for a Krusty video because trust me, nobody wants to see that prick. Like, nobody wants to see that idiot. A lot of people are put off by that guy, and I can totally understand it, man. Like, he's not, I mean, he's not my cup of tea. He's definitely not everybody's cup of tea. But to see him get that Xi Jinping picture put on his back, and he was walking around and he didn't have a clue. And the only reason why he knew, and he should be thanking me for this, I told him that the Xi Jinping picture was there. I gave it away, and I should have just left it. But I wanted to get his reaction, the look of defeat in his eyes, because his eyes were the only thing you can see because of that stupid fucking balaclava. The look of defeat in his eyes was priceless. So, yeah. Oh, hello, it's Shudran Su. How are you doing? Thank you for listening. Yeah, dude, seriously, Russia is screwed. Seriously, seriously screwed, man. It's a shame that Ukraine has had to sacrifice so much. It really is. I spent a good while in the Ukraine back in 2015. Was it 20? Yeah, I think it was 20. Yeah, 2015. The summer of 2015, I was in Ukraine, and man, what an amazing country! And I'm not just talking about the food and the culture, but also some of the most friendly, awesome people were in Ukraine. I met some really, really cool people there. Wow, what an experience! I worked at a summer camp there, and yeah, man, it was just a blast. The people were amazing, and when we finished the camp, we just went and hung out for longer because it was so much fun. And yeah, those were some good times, man. I can't believe that's over 10 years ago now since I was in Ukraine. Fuck. Time is fleeting, my friends. I cannot believe it. Just got attacked by CCP's running dog. Uh, I mean, there are CCP sycophants in Taiwan as well, you know. They're everywhere. It's hard to avoid them. And yeah, believe it or not, there are some Taiwanese people who want to be a part of China. They're a little confused, I think. They're a little mixed up. They obviously don't see the negative sides. I mean, I don't know why they don't see the negative sides. They must, they must really, really be a little bit screwed up, in my opinion. But yeah, unfortunately, the CCP's sycophants, the Zhonggong Zhougo, the running dogs, are everywhere. The CCP's running dogs there. That's their way of calling them a lackey. The Zhougo, the running dog. A lackey, right? They're everywhere. They're everywhere. So yeah. Screw it, man. Oh yes, we've got William in the chat. How's it going, my friend? And at least there was some recourse for the running dog's actions, right? So yeah, he was arrested. Indeed, it would. I mean, if when the situation eventually does stop in Ukraine, I would go back there. Like I'm saying, I had an amazing time. The only other country that I had a better time in was probably Taiwan because, yeah, man, Ukraine was awesome. Like it was a real eye-opening experience. When I Before I went there, I was like, I'm not really that bothered about going there. And then when I got there, it was like, whoa, this place is amazing, man. Like really, really fantastic. Worth checking out. Obviously, not now though, because of the war, right? Yo, we got Toby Tanker. You're an investment tanker, my friend. How's it going, cuz? Are those guys CCP lovers? That is the question. Yeah, if they are, then they can get fucked. We've got a prime minister who's going to make a sharp exit soon, right? And we've got that like Andy Burnham guy coming in. Like, I'm not sure about him. I'm really not sure about him. I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, obviously, but there are a few, man. There are a few, and I've even been threatened by them. So yeah, I definitely know that they exist in Taiwan. Obviously, they're certainly not the majority. They are a minority for sure, but they fucking exist, and they're actually quite scary. They are quite scary, and it's kind of one thing that might put me off even going back to Taiwan is because I'm quite well known there now, I would say. And yeah, it could be dangerous for me to go back there because of these fucking CCP sycophants. They're dangerous. These assholes have no morals, you know. They don't value the same things that we do, and they wouldn't hesitate to try and fuck your whole life up, you know. Pricks. Ah, all good here, my man. All good here. Just streaming. Not playing games and streaming though, like you. We're doing a real educational stream. Although blowing the shit out of other tanks is way more fun, I admit. Well, yeah, France is good, man. France is good. J'adore les Français. I would practice my Mandarin if I was living in Taiwan. Well, yeah, you kind of. Actually, you know what? Unfortunately, if you want to practice your Mandarin, Taiwan is, yeah, like so many people there speak English that you'll just get by with English. Sad, as sad as that is, like you will just get by using English because their English proficiency is far, far superior to China's 100%. And I've lived in both countries, so I would know. But yeah, like there are obviously a lot of people in Taiwan that don't speak English. But if you're in like going into a shop to buy things or booking a train or whatever, there's always somebody who will speak English there. It's insane. Serious stream, not goofing around. I saved the last bit for the goofing, man. Like this is goofing. We talked about some serious shit today though, but yeah, this is the goofy part. This is the part where like we just talk and it doesn't even matter what we talk about. Like we just talk shit. Oh, I was in France last year. I went to Paris and it was lovely. The little pinks just don't have any values. Too old to be a gamer. How old are you? Didn't we have this conversation before? I've been helped. Yeah, dude, like Taiwan is full of people who speak English, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it certainly makes life a lot easier if your Mandarin sucks like mine does. So, yeah. And the people there are very willing to help you as well. Um, really friendly folk. Of course, not everybody is amazing there. I have run into the odd asshole or two in Taiwan, just like in every country, right? But we're allowed to say that here. We're allowed to say that not everybody is amazing there. But what I can say is that a huge majority of the people that I met in Taiwan were very friendly, accommodating, amazing people that just wanted to help and were just friendly and nice. And yeah, fantastic, fantastic country. Taiwanese needs to put English for their one of their official languages. Yeah, definitely. You're 70, Wheezy. Whoa, that's cool though. That's cool. I wonder if I will ever make it that far. I sometimes wonder that. Like, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in life, right? But yeah, congratulations for making it to 70, and may you have many more long and healthy years, my friend. Uh, I've just been to Tankfest, and our ages range from 37 to 65 years old, all gamers. Yeah, man, you're never too old to game. Like, really, you're not. Like, really, anybody can just pick up a game and play it. There's no age range. Some games you have to be older to play it, right? I mean, some games are like rated 18, so you know. But yeah, you're never too old to game. I still game. I'm 45 now, so yeah, I still game quite a lot. And I'm 45. I am old too. People will be happy to practice their English. Yeah, but they love it when you speak Mandarin as well. So, and I think it's like any country you go to, if you speak the local language, then you can definitely have some better interactions with the people, right? 2030, I think you're correct, mate. Yeah, I saw that. I got an email about that today from YouTube. I'll maybe talk about that another time, though. You're an ancient relic, Wheezy. 43 years to go for me. Gamers never respawn. Never die, they respawn. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Dutch is related to German. Unreal Tournament and Total Annihilation. I mean, it's it's okay. It's okay. I just think that it needs to improve. And I've been trying to study a little bit, but it's just so goddamn boring. And I just would rather do something else. Then that means that I'm not interested in it, unfortunately. Um, I just can't, I can't make it interesting to study anything. I think I'm just getting lazy in my old age. In my old, bold age. Yeah. Check that out. Old Chrome Dome here. Rub it for good luck. Ugh. Deary me. I never expected to get older than 30. Cuban Missile Crisis. Well, yeah, man. I mean, that was a very, very precarious situation, wasn't it? Doom, the Dark Ages DLC comes out today. Awesome. I am looking into purchasing a PlayStation 5 because I don't have one. and I want one. And GTA 6 is coming out very soon. Well, within the next 4 months, I think. So I need to have an up-to-date console to play it on. Um, yeah. So PS5. I really want to get Elden Ring. Like, I have never played Elden Ring, and I know that's my type of game. So I want to buy Elden Ring, give that a go. Buy a couple more. There's that Japanese game that looks awesome. It's like a samurai kind of game. I forget what it's called now, but it looks pretty cool. There's loads of games. William's 32 years old. Well, 32 years young. Depends on how you look at it. Yeah, we're the bold gang now. Runs in the family, doesn't it? Must do. Check it out. Dutch. Yeah, I don't understand any Dutch. It just sounds weird. When they speak English, it sounds cool though. They all sound like Sean Connery. They're like, "Yes, Miss Moneypenny." I think it should have ID age verification for a game like that, because it is pretty violent and lots of crazy shit going on in that game. Yeah, duck and cover. Do you remember those? Like, I see these like 50s American public service videos, PSAs, public service announcements, or whatever. And it's like duck and cover when there's a nuclear bomb going off, like as if going under a desk is going to do anything. There are so many games coming out this year. Yes. Gears of War, I've never played, to be honest with you. Age verification is mandatory on all new gen consoles. Yeah, I know. Man, we're getting to like some weird times, aren't we? You know, like they're going to be banning social media for children up to the age of 16 here in the UK. And it just, I just think it should be up to the parent, really. It should be the parent's responsibility to supervise their children. We don't need this nanny state telling us what we can and cannot do. Like, I think social media, yeah, it could be bad for children, but that is only if they use it too much and all the time and watch shit that's not useful. But there are so many educational videos on YouTube as well, like even helping children, helping teenagers to learn new things, you know, like they should be supervised by their parents, of course. And there's always going to be one child that slips through and isn't supervised. But why is that one case or whatever going to ruin it for every child on this planet? I just think it's weird. Like, we do not want a nanny state. We don't want something like the CCP here in the UK. You know, it's just really, really annoying. Like, I remember when I was younger, they tried to make out that video games were bad for children, and there were loads of parents that were like, "Oh, video games are bad." No, they're not bad. Maybe if you play them all day, then you're gonna have to worry about your child playing it 24 hours a day. Of course, it's like anything. Do it in excess, it's probably bad for you. Even exercise. If you do exercise too much, if you overdo it, then it's bad for you. But when they tried to make out that video games were bad for children, that was ridiculous. It was stupid. Like, come on, man. My theory is there's just always going to be some psychos around, and they're going to do bad things. But do we need to start blaming our media? Do we blame video games? Do we blame films? No. Anyway, rant over. Let's see. Too many old people here. Dude, like I said before in the past, this live stream is like It's like the retirement home of live streams. Gears of War is great, cuz you'd love them. I'm sure I would, man. There's so many games that I need to play, dude. Yeah, I mean, that's about all it would do. It's an excuse to move the nanny state away, not a parent like role. They're slowly eroding parents' rights. Yeah, exactly. They just want to become the parents. Yeah, like parental controls already exist. There are already ways to stop children from accessing social media and that kind of thing, right? These things exist already. So why do we need the government to completely outright ban it? And then Starmer used that bullshit like, oh well, alcohol. Some children they go past the law to drink alcohol, but you know that doesn't mean that we're gonna just stop making it illegal for minors to buy alcohol. And it's like, fuck you, dude. That is the worst fucking comparison ever. All right. Alcohol is a toxic substance that is extremely bad for health, especially for a developing child, right? But social media is not exactly the same, dude. Social media is media. So, how about banning media outright for children? Are they still going to be allowed to watch the BBC's bullshit, ITV's nonsense, Channel 4, Channel 5's crap? Are they still going to be allowed to read those bullshit tabloid newspapers? You know what I mean? What media is good for a child and what is bad for a child? It's so dumb. Exactly. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring in, I mean, I'm getting my tinfoil hat on right now, but they're trying to force everybody to register their age, to prove that they're over 16 when they use social media. And how are they going to do that? Oh, I wonder, could it be digital ID? Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm still in my 30s. Controlled media is fine. Yeah, I mean, look, if the parent, it's up to the parent what their kid watches, right? Some parents are more strict than others. I get it, you know. You don't want children to be watching pornography and stuff like that, obviously. Obviously, that's just fucking normal, right? But like just banning them from being able to watch YouTube and treating YouTube like it is pornography, it's just weird, man. Isn't it? It's just weird. Well, yeah, they think parents are stupid. And honestly, some parents are fucking stupid, aren't they? You know? Some people, like, I see them and I'm like, you fucking really shouldn't be a parent. You know? But yeah, how are we going to stop it? I don't know. Whatever, man. It's it's getting late. I'm getting tired and I don't want to talk about this any longer. And yeah, there's also YouTube Kids. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's rough, man. It's rough. But yeah, we'll discuss this at a later date because yeah, I am starting to fade here, and I think it's time to go. We've been at this for an hour now, roughly, give or take a minute. So yeah, guys, once again, thank you so much for watching today's live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope we raised awareness. And also, you know, maybe hopefully somebody will watch this and share it with the right person, and you know maybe some action will be taken against the CCP for using those illegal taser guns at their embassy. Highly doubtful that anything will come of it, but you never know, right? You never know, and it's really, really scary to see how brazen they're starting to get. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week on China's Red Line. Bye for now.